Hey guys, so my video died, so I'm just in my living room. I'm charging my phone, but I wanted to continue on. I wanted to continue on. So let me go back to so we saw that I was asking him, pretty much what is the proper reply, right? Oh, I wanted to show you guys how he even gives me incorrect instructions, because I have like a whole thread. It gets like the conversation, and I always stood, professional, polite, because I already knew where this was heading, but I want to highlight specific a lie of instructions that he tells me to follow. And I'm going to show you even the instructions on dashboard. But for any student who has taken an online course, especially utilizing Canvas, especially at Liberty University, especially if you've taken this class and you see this video, right? And I do know people that go to this school, right? And I told them, and they've seen it, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's why I say I even have witnesses that will even testify on my behalf. And when I call up homegirl, right, and we find out that you were lying, or whether you are or you're not, it doesn't matter, because you violated my privacy as well as hers, right? But anyway, let me show you guys how he is lying, right? So we're kind of going back and forth in the emails, because I'm also trying to ask, what is he talking about? Let me show you what he tells me. And to all of you Liberty Online students, this man is flat out lying, because this is not how you make a reply. Okay, so mind you, he graded my initial post. If now what's in question is my reply, which I submitted. Okay, and he's now giving me instructions on how to reply back to students in through the discussion. Okay, so this is what he says. So he says, "Hi Ashley, regarding your reply, while you may have replied to a classmate, your reply must be within your own post and reply. That is to say, typically, when a student posts their initial/first post, and then when they are ready to reply to another student the following week, although one may reply sooner, the reply must be under the same student's initial/first post and thread only, and nowhere else. The reason for this is important because the instructor can only use one rubric for both. For example, the first and second. This is because the course is set up that way, and therefore the instructor cannot apply one grade for two different threads anywhere else. Therefore, the first post and the reply must be under the student's own discussion thread and not under another classmate's discussion thread. So listen to this. Therefore, the first post and the reply must be under the student's own discussion thread. Liar, pants on fire. And not under another classmate's discussion thread. Let me take you guys now to Canvas and there. If you want to comment on a student's thread, navigate to the thread you want to respond to and click. You guys, come on, okay? Now, you see how this is just so crazy, because so pretty much what he's telling me that I'm supposed to have, and mind you, so I already showed you what the grade book is. You saw my reply, and it said reply, and it even said author. So that is one rubric, and you saw it was one rubric. You saw it was underneath it, right, in the grade book. And then in the chat room, you see who I was talking to, okay? And I submitted all those pictures, right? But I also submitted those pictures to Liberty University as well as the Department of Education. So everybody knew who I was talking to. And I submitted original copies of my assignment as well as my reply, right? Now he's telling me that I was supposed to click on my own thread and write a reply. That's false, right? Let's look at the directions, you guys. So right here, and so that you guys know what I'm referencing, Canvas. And I got this from Liberty, how to post a discussion. You guys can even play a video. Google this for yourself. In this document, you will learn how to post a discussion within a Canvas course. Okay, so you see the discussion. You click on which topic, right? You start a thread. In order for you to even be able to reply, you must have an initial post, right? So I did that, and he gave me full credit. And he graded both my initial and my reply early, because my reply wasn't due until the 31st, which was Easter. You post the reply, so that's your initial. Input your desire. So you put your stuff, you post it. That's how you put your initial one, right? See, now how did it post how do you see now how do you do a discussion? So you see how all of our classmates are all there, and how I would respond to a classmate. I have to click that button that says reply. Then I type my reply and I post it. You see? Okay. So it says you want to reply. You have to click the reply button on your classmate, and then you write your response and select reply. Okay, you see how they're responding to this person. So they clicked on theirs. They're not replying underneath their own, because then it will be like they're replying then it will be as though they're writing a reply to themselves. Exactly what Dr. Danley wanted me to do, you guys, so that I would get a 0 on this assignment. Because to be honest with you, this class, a lot of people fall off because it's a more challenging class. It's one of the more tougher classes because it is a business statistics, okay? So that shows you how to post and that just talks about, I guess, collapse features and all that stuff. But I just showed you how we post. How do I respond back to my classmates? All right, look up all of these things. These are all, I sent them these things too, right? So I just showed you how this teacher gave me incorrect instructions, right? I showed you we saw the rubric. It was one rubric that he utilized. So what are you talking about, sir? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And we saw how even the investigator at Liberty University lied, right? And then let me show you how it got worse, because what week was it? So this assignment, I don't know what week it is. I'll just tell you the dates. So on April 4th, I had to submit an assignment. Again, it was another discussion, right? Check this one out. So this is a grade book, by the way, because look at his feedback. So mind you, hi Ashley, I'm giving you full credit for this discussion thread, including the reply. However, addressing the reply as a neutral response to no one in particular is what appears to be a fault of mine and miscommunication. Do you see how he made a confession? Because in week 3, I did the same exact thing, because I'm following the rubric. And regardless if the people are not going to support me, I know that I'm following the instruction. I am following the rules and the guidelines. So guess what he gave me? Full credit. And he says that. He says, nevertheless, while your content is not in question and is good, right? Your reply needs to be, in this case, as if you were having an online conversation with Brandon. In other words, speaking directly to Brandon like, hi, right? So he wants me to talk to Brandon like, hi, Brandon, and stuff like that. And so the language that I'm using, I may not necessarily use specific gender terms, because like I said, I don't know what Brandon may like, right? I say author, the author, right? And you know who it is I'm talking to. And like I said, that wasn't the issue. The issue first started with, you said I didn't reply when I did, and there's proof that you saw it. And then you're giving me incorrect instructions in order to count it as not as a submission, right? Right? Okay. Sorry, like I wanted to make sure I was still recording. Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. Okay. So, yeah. So that is just part of the craziness of what I'm talking about. And again, let me show you just this assignment in particular. So this is the one where he makes that comment, you know, he tells me that, you know, it's a fault of his because again, it's not in the rubric, it's not in the instructions. So you can't just come up with stuff on your own. This was my initial, and again, same exact thing, right? The reply